So, welcome to PMA Fight News. So, some exciting fights coming up that we're going to talk about. So, we're going to talk about the upcoming fights that I am excited about, and so should you be. On Sunday, the 28th of January, we have got ONE FC 165, and I am extremely excited for this. We have Superlek versus Takeru. Now, Rod Tang was meant to be fighting in this, but he has had to drop out because of injury, and now we've got a fantastic fight lined up. What a replacement. Now, I think this is going to be a fantastic fight. Now, styles make fights, and I think these two both have styles that are going to make this fight extremely exciting. Now, when you look at it, they both have a common opponent, and that opponent was Daniel Puertas. Now, when we watched that, Superlek took him to a decision. Now, when Takeru fought him, he knocked him clean out. Now, that doesn't mean anything in the world of fighting, but it does show one thing. It shows that Takeru has that knockout power, and Superlek, even though he does have knockout power with the legs, he failed to knock his opponent out. Now, there's many reasons for that to happen, but that is a common denominator for this fight. So when we look at it, it gives us a bit of an idea of the styles there. So it shows that Takeru has this massive knockout power. Now, he wants to get up close and he wants to work in the pocket and he wants to let his hands go. Superlek's going to be looking to try and land one of those famous high kicks and work his legs and try and keep that distance. So it's going to be a battle for space. So the fight's going to be a battle who can control the distance. Can Takeru sit on his chest and work in the pocket, or can Superlek get on the outside and land those kicks? Now, Superlek does have fantastic inside work. He rolls and slips and works on the inside defensively very, very well. Now, if he can sit on the pocket and start rolling outside of the shots, working off there, creating his space then on the break and firing his kicks, he could very well catch Takeru. Now, I think it's going to be very hard, one, on Takeru's home soil to get the decision. And two, I think the referees are going to be not looking to favor Superlek's style. So they're not going to be allowing him to clinch and tie up on the inside when things are getting a little bit tough. So it shouldn't be like that, but we all know it is. So I think there's going to be an exciting fight. Now, my pick, I think Superlek can win this as long as he works smart. So if he tries to control the distance on the outside, he tries to roll and slip and try and avoid those big shots in the pocket, create his space on the break, and then start firing his kicks, I think he could pip this. But if Takeru lands one of these knockout blows, I think it could be all over. I think it's going to be a long night for both of them. I think it's going to be a hard fight, and it's one that I'm extremely excited for. And so should you be. Next up, we have the ONE FC debut of Freddie Haggerty. Now, Freddie Haggerty is the brother of Jonathan Haggerty, the two-discipline champion. Now, he is looking sharp. Now, Freddie Haggerty's been posting a lot of his training on his Instagram. He's 2-0 MMA, and he was a European under-18s Muay Thai featherweight champion. Exciting stuff. He looks sharp. His legs and his kicks are absolutely fantastic. He's banging the bag. He is very much looking like his brother, and that's not a bad thing. That is a compliment. Those two are fantastic, and I think with them two training together and pushing each other, I think Freddie is going to excel to very high level. I think that is going to be a fantastic fight. I think Freddie's going to go out there and I think he's going to put on a show and show that he's not just his the brother of the champion, the younger brother of the champion. I think he's going to show that he's his own man as well. So that's going to be exciting. Also on that card, so keep your eyes peeled for that fight. And that leads us very nicely on to Jonathan Haggerty, who has also announced his fight against Lobo, Felipe Lobo. I think it's Felipe. Fantastic. I think Haggerty now is going to go out there and solidify his legacy. I think he's going to solidify why he's the champion. Don't get me wrong, Lobo's got some pretty good shots. He works pretty fiercely when you're watching him fight. He does have some very nice kicks, and again, he has some ferocious punching, but I just think Haggerty is too good. I think Haggerty's on too much of a high. I think he's on too much momentum, and I don't think that being a double champion has made him take a step back. If anything, I think it's made him more hungry to prove why he is the champ. So that's going to be exciting. That fight's going to be in February. I'm going to talk about that more in sort of a future episode, but that's another exciting fight coming up. Now, in fighting news over the last week, we had Callum Smith against Beterbiev. Smith lost, but again, it is nothing to be ashamed of. Now, Callum Smith, the two losses on his record now are Beterbiev and Canelo. They're, again, not to be ashamed of. Elite level, once-in-a-generation fighters. I think Smith has taken this loss quite hard. And again, every fighter takes a loss hard. It's very hard to accept sometimes that somebody's better than you, especially when you've been undefeated and at the top. And I think he will come back, though. I think he's still got a place in that division. I think, again, he's a very competent fighter. I just think when you're fighting the best of the best, sometimes you just got to accept that you ain't as good as them, and they're just once in a generation fighters. But again, Callum Smith, I hope he comes back, and I hope he sort of gets back to a high level and even challenges for a title again. I think he's more than capable of winning a title, but back eventually, and hopefully we'll see him again. Also in fight news, Johnny Walker lost to Ankalaev. Now, again, Johnny Walker, exciting fighter, entertaining, but I don't know where he goes from here in his career. Again, obviously, we had the controversial end to the last fight, and now Ankalaev has solidified it in the rematch. So, again, well done to both fighters, but I don't know where Johnny goes from here. I think the one thing Johnny has in his favour is the crowds want to see him. And again, I could watch him fight, even if he's winning, losing, drawing. He's entertaining, he's exciting, he's what the fight business loves. Joseph Parker is rumoured to be fighting Zhang on the Joshua Ngannou undercard. Now, this is a very good fight. Personally, I can't see Parker winning this, but I think that recent win on Deontay Wilder has springboarded him back into the top level heavyweight fights. And I think the winner of this then hopefully will go on to fight Anthony Joshua. If it is Parker, we will be seeing Joshua Parker again, but I think it will be very nice to see Joshua versus Zhang. So each week we're going to be talking about what fights are coming up on Fight News. Hope you please like and subscribe.